today, before we start the new lesson, let's discuss the homework I gave you with the worksheets here. This is regarding acid rain, and like I said yesterday, you have to put the cards in the order. The cards are given here below. From here you have to just write if you can't paste the cards, you can just write the letter of each card and show how these different stages are formed for acid rain and some of its effects as well. Right, for the first one, right on top, what are the letters you have chosen?
I and D.
I
And D.
Okay, let's see what is I and D, right?
Yes.
Right, let's see. I is burning fossil fuels such as petrol and diesel produces carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxide. Right, and D is nitrogen oxides are produced by car engines. Okay. Next, what happens? It's B. What is B? Acidic gases dissolve in moisture in the air. And next, what happens? The dissolved gases make rain more acidic. Yes. And next,
F.
acid rain falls onto the land and runs into lakes and rivers. Yes. Right. Now there onwards, what is coming? All the effects, right? The effects it has, right? One is fish die in acidic lakes. No, don't erase. Don't erase. There's no particular order. It can be in any order. Okay? So don't worry about the order if you have not got the same way. Right. Another one is?
Another one is G.
Not G. You can take H. Acid rain speeds up the weathering, breaking down of rocks. For the acidity, these are the effects that it has. Right. Next, another one you can write is C. Acid rain reacts with chemicals in the soil to release poisonous compounds. That is C. And another one is J. Acid rain washes some mineral salts out of the soil. Right. Now out of these, what's happening at last? Now when you're writing these ones, look at C. Acid rain reacts with chemicals in the soil to release poisonous compounds. And for J, acid rain washes some mineral salts out of the soil. What are these two telling about? Plants becoming unhealthy. So G should be the final answer.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to put C and J at the end. The other two, of course, okay. You can write in any order. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's about acid rain. Here's the final answer. Right. Next, let's go to the next page. Pollution by non-metal oxides. Okay, now don't worry about non-metal oxides when tell like that. At once you will think we have not learned it still. So don't worry about it. You will come across some usual names that you have learned in these lessons. So don't think of non-metal oxides. Just focus on the other ones. Okay. Right. Now let's see. Circle the names of non-metal oxides in this list. What are the non-metal oxides in these? Now, before you circle, think what are the metal oxides you know.
Magnesium and zinc.
Magnesium is a metal. Zinc is a metal.
Sulfur is a metal. And carbon dioxide. Carbon also not a metal.
Okay, I'll give you 10 seconds. Just think nicely what are the metal oxides that you have written or learnt in the previous lessons. And then once you identify the metal oxides, you can easily identify the non-metal oxides. I'll give 10 seconds to see the answers. Okay, so magnesium is a metal oxide or not?
No. Metal oxide or metal oxide?
Magnesium oxide is metal
Metal
oxide.
oxide.
Sulfur dioxide?
No.
No, it's not a metal oxide, so it's a non-metal oxide. Carbon dioxide?
Non-metal.
Non-metal. Now, if you are not so sure, if you have a periodic table with you, you can just refer to it and see in the periodic table. It tells exactly what are the metals and non-metals, right? I will show you right after this lesson. Right, zinc oxide, it is a metal, right? Okay, so here's the periodic table, and here you can see the metals are colored in light blue color, and the semi-metals are colored in this light yellow color, and all the non-metals are listed here including hydrogen. They are all included here in white color, right? So what we were finding was, first one was magnesium oxide. So magnesium oxide, you can you find where's magnesium? Here magnesium, so it's a metal. And then what is the next one? Sulfur dioxide. Where is sulfur? Sulfur is white color, so that means it's a non-metal. And the other one is carbon dioxide. You can see carbon is also white, which means it's a non-metal. And finally zinc. Zinc is here, that is a metal. So you can refer to the periodic table. Anyway, in the next unit you will be learning about the periodic table in chemistry. Let's go back to the worksheet. Okay, so back to the worksheet now. Let's see question 2. The non-metal oxides in question 1 are pollutants. What is meant by a pollutant?
Giving out waste as
I have given this also in the short note yesterday. I guess you all have not gone through that.
so that's it.
So the answer is, it is a substance that can cause harm to the environment and the living things. Remember, once the next lessons are done, there will be a unit test, which is not going to be easy if you are not studying this. Go through these every day. That's why I never give long notes now. I always give you the shortened form, which is easier for you to remember with diagrams, colorful ones, like small charts. So make sure to go through these every day and study nicely. For the third question, they are asking, name one source of these pollutants. So how are these pollutants forming? Burning of fossil fuels. There can be other answers, but this is one. Burning of fossil fuels. So fossil fuels includes what? Petrol, diesel, all these things from vehicles, and then from the factories, from power plants. Okay, then there's a line graph here in question 4. It shows the amount of sulfur dioxide gas released into the air in the UK each year between 1970 and 2012. Right, so you can see the axis here. This is million tons, and here the years are given. So from 1970, if you see till 2012, what can you tell when you look at this line graph?
Sulfur dioxide has got reduced.
Yes, the amount of sulfur dioxide gas released is going down now, right? Okay, question A. Complete the word equation to show how sulfur dioxide is formed. Can you write how sulfur dioxide is formed?
Sulfur plus oxygen
Yes, sulfur plus oxygen forms sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide can cause acid rain. Why is acid rain a problem? So for the answer you can write it like this. It is more acidic than the normal rain. Do you remember that?
Yes.
It's more acidic. And the acid can damage living things. So living things in the sense trees, then animals. Okay, in C they are telling you to use the graph to help you to describe why acid rain is much less of a problem in the UK now compared with 30 years ago. So now in these type of questions you have to look at the data given. Look at the data given and then you can write your explanation using the knowledge you have on acid rain. So now they are saying it's no longer a problem in the UK. So why do you think it's not a problem for them anymore? What do you have to look for here? The amount of sulfur dioxide gas released. What has happened to the amount of sulfur dioxide gas released? It has decreased over the time. Right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds to write your answer and can you give me your own answers? Look at the chart, use the knowledge you already have on acid rain and write it in your own words. Okay, what is the answer you wrote?
The acid rain is reduced because the sulfur dioxide has got reduced over time.
Yes, you can write it like that. So the answer I'm expecting in detail. Let's see another answer you all have written. Because now there isn't any harm for the environment and animals. Okay. Actually, what I expect is to look at this chart and write about it. What has happened? Whether it has increased, decreased, like that, right? So your answer is correct, but I have given all the details in this. So the answer I gave here is the amount of sulfur dioxide in the air has decreased greatly over the past 30 years. So less acid rain is being formed. In your answer you have not mentioned anything about the amount of sulfur dioxide. What you have to write is about what has happened in the UK, why it's not a problem for them anymore.
Yes.
Then you have to connect your answer using the data given. You can't just say anything because it's not there now, it's good for the plants and animals. So what I expect you to write is the amount of sulfur dioxide in the air has decreased over the time, over the past 30 years. So then you can say, so less acid rain is formed. So then they obviously get the answer why it's much less of a problem in the UK now. So if you don't have this answer, please copy it down. Okay, in the meantime, I will discuss the answers for question 5. Carbon monoxide and soot particles are formed when there is incomplete combustion in a car engine. What is meant by incomplete combustion? And why is carbon monoxide a pollutant? Why is soot a pollutant? I'll give 30 seconds for you to write the answers. Okay, I hope you have written your answers. So what is meant by incomplete combustion? When only part of the substance reacts with oxygen during combustion. So it's not completely reacting with oxygen because there's not enough oxygen to go through full combustion or complete combustion. Why do you call carbon monoxide a pollutant? What is the reason? What are pollutants? We learnt it. They are harmful for
The
environment and the
animals.
living things, right? So why carbon monoxide is a pollutant?
It's poisonous.
It is poisonous and
It can kill animals.
yes, it can, yeah. So it is poisonous and can kill. And why soot is a pollutant? When you breathe in, it coats the linings of the lungs and causes damages. It causes damage. Then it can also trigger asthma. So these are the reasons why soot is a pollutant. How it's harmful for us. Okay, now moving on to the next worksheet. It's about sources of air pollution. Most vehicles burn hydrocarbon fuels to release energy for movement. Write a word equation to describe the complete combustion of a hydrocarbon fuel. Can you write down the complete combustion of hydrocarbon fuel? I'll give you 30 seconds to write it. So now think, what is hydrocarbon? What does it contain? What type of atoms it contains? What is it reacting with if it's going through combustion? And what are the products formed? Think nicely and write your answer. I think time is enough now. Okay, what is a hydrocarbon made of?
Hydrogen plus carbon.
Hydrogen and carbon atoms only, right? So how do we write? Hydrocarbon plus, if it's going through combustion, what does it need?
Burn.
What do you need to burn? So oxygen. What does it give out?
It gives out carbon dioxide plus water.
Carbon dioxide plus water. And then in the next question, they are telling you to write all the products of the incomplete combustion of a hydrocarbon fuel. Name all the products of the. Now here you don't need to write the equation. You just have to write the products of the incomplete combustion of a hydrocarbon fuel. Can you tell me? Now you know what are the reactants in this reaction. Then what should be the products in an incomplete combustion?
Is it carbon monoxide?
Carbon monoxide will be produced.
Sulfur dioxide? No, sorry.
Hydrocarbon, no. So here you can write the word equation also. Then you will remember it. Hydrocarbon plus, what is it reacting with? Oxygen. And what does it produce? Carbon dioxide will be produced. Then carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide means the ones which are partially reacted with oxygen. Carbon dioxide means fully reacted with oxygen. So carbon monoxide is partially, and what are the particles, carbon particles that is not that has not reacted at all? Soot. Plus what's the next thing? Water. And next question they are asking, explain why incomplete combustion happens in a car engine. What is the answer? How is a reaction going through an incomplete combustion? Lack of what?
Soot.
Lack of oxygen. Ane, now these things you should know, okay? Every time I can't be telling the same thing over and over again. Videos are given there, notes are given there, worksheets are being done. So kindly take things to the head. So when there's not enough oxygen for all the carbon to react only, what?
Oxygen.
Incomplete combustion is happening. Okay, so write down the answer. There is not enough oxygen for all the carbon to react to form carbon dioxide.